Hey, it's me, John, from VacuumRepairShop.com, and I am coming to you from the Vac Cave, otherwise known as the secret location for VacuumRepairShop.com. But in this location, I'm responsible for keeping it clean and for testing different products that we sell in the vacuum repair shops. So today, I want to talk about changing the filter in your air purifier. So again, at VacuumRepairShop.com, we don't necessarily promote any particular brands, but we do test different brands, and there are specific brands that we like to sell in our local vac shops. Now this is a Bonneco P400 air purifier, and this is a pretty popular unit in a lot of the vac shops. If you're like me, or you're like most people, you've been getting all kinds of notifications, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, whatever it might be, about how important it is to have an air purifier in your house. And you know what? It's true, you really should have an air purifier. Now, it's difficult to just purchase an air purifier online from Instagram, from Facebook, or for whatever, from Amazon. So we recommend that you obviously go to your local vacuum shop and talk to them about an air purifier, but this seems to be one of the more popular units in the local vac shops. We sell quite a, in addition to VacuumRepairShop.com, we own two vacuum stores here in upstate New York. And this is one of our best sellers. Now, we do sell a lot of Bonnecos. This is a P400. There's also a P500. Those are both their HEPA filters. And we sell a lot of Aris products too. We believe in the Aris air purifiers, which is a more expensive unit that covers more ground. But this is a pretty good value. And I'm not here to promote it. It's just I'm here to promote your local vac shop. I think you should go to them to find out what's the best for your particular needs, because they are the professionals. They can answer the questions for you. And it's kind of like the vacuum shops have made a comeback now. The whole idea of buying cleaning products on the internet, it's kind of old news now. So that's why we have VacuumRepairShop.com. So if you want the latest, the greatest, or what's best, you can actually go talk to a pro at your local vac shop. So this is the P400, and this has an indicator. And again, I'm at the Vac Cave where we test different products. So if any manufacturer out there is watching this and you want us to test products, send it over. So today I've got the Bonneco air purifier, and this is the kind of entry level, covers maybe 500 or 600 square feet. And again, I don't want to get into too much detail because I'm not here to promote the air purifiers. I'm not here to promote a particular air purifier, and I'm not here to promote a particular brand, but I am here to say that it is a good idea. Now, if you had asked me this 2, 3, 4 years ago, we sold a few air purifiers. Now we're selling more. Even before COVID, we started selling a lot more air purifiers, because research shows that, you know, the way homes are built right now, and the concern with indoor air quality, with houses being all sealed, the air quality inside the home it's important. It's not as clean as the air outside the home. So today I have the Bonneco P400. I also have a particle counter, and when I'm done changing the filter in this, I'm going to go ahead and reset the particle counter so I can show you just how well this works. But this is in the neighborhood of maybe $350, and it's got a filter that's very easy to change in it. And it covers maybe 500 or 600 square feet. Again, for the particulars, you should go to your local vacuum shop. But what I like about this, it's got an indicator. It's got a fan that you can raise and lower the speed of it. I mean, I would want to keep it at full speed all the time to move the air. And for those of you who don't know what an air purifier is, it's a really simple concept. The idea is most of us have a good quality filter on our vacuum cleaner, but the vacuum cleaner is only filtering, you know, when you use it. It's only filtering the dirt you pick up off the surface. So the dirt that lands on the carpet, the dirt that lands on the furniture, you're vacuuming that up, and you're assuring it stays inside the vacuum or inside the filter by having a nice unit with a nice filter. But the idea behind an air purifier is that that's the stuff that's in the air. That's the stuff that, you know, the vacuum is only filtering what it's picking up, and it's only filtering when you're using it, which is maybe for most people a half hour, an hour a week, or maybe if you're extremely clean and you may use it 2, 3, 4 hours a week, but it's still only filtering those for those times. With an air purifier, it is taking the dirt and the contaminants out of the air at all times. It's just pulling the air in, and then it's releasing clean air. And so you want one that's got what they call an air exchange, a high air exchange. So it's moving the air in the room in a particular space so much per hour. You know, how often does it move that air per hour, so you can assure. And then some of them have different filtrations, some of them different technology, but that's the general idea of an air purifier. So it's pulling the air in, and then it's capturing the dirt particles and the viruses and bacterias and allergens and that kind of thing into the filter, and it's only releasing clean air out the back. So we can actually, I'm a numbers guy, so I can actually plug this in, and I can put this particle counter near it, let it sit for a couple hours in the designated area, and I can see just how well this air purifier is working. So they have become more and more popular, and I'm a believer, and I believe that you should have one. So you should go to your local vacuum shop and check it out. So this one has an indicator. It tells me when to change the filter, and right now the red light is on telling me it's time to change the filter. So this one's got a very easy filter to change, so I can just turn the unit off here, and then I can take this front cover off. Okay, very easily. And I would probably just wipe that down real quick because there is some dirt and dust on there. And you can imagine that there is going to be, you can see that there is some dirt on there. So in the interest of the video, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to take it to, anything to it right now. But and then this one's got this screening filter in front of it, and you can see. I don't know if you can see if this does it any justice, but I'll bring this closer, and you can see the dirt particles that are in there. So when we talk about the vacuum having a filter, this is the stuff that was in the air after you vacuum. This is the stuff that even though you keep a clean home, there's still particles flying around the air. So you can imagine, if you will, where this would be if you didn't have an air purifier. This would be floating. It doesn't pull the dirt off the surfaces. It only takes it out of the air. So this was in the we have a kitchen area here at the vac cave in the secret location, and this was in that kitchen area. And this had been cleaned maybe a month ago. Vacuumed off this and the filter. I think it's time to replace it now instead of vacuuming it off. I would say maybe once a year, but you can imagine where this dirt would be if it wasn't for the air purifier. Okay, it would either settle or it would be, you would breathe it in. Okay, so, the idea behind an air purifier is that it's kind of like a mask for your home. Everybody's walking around with masks, and then you go home and you have these contaminants and stuff flying around your house, and you're breathing them in. And so in the vac cave here, we don't worry about that. We have air purifiers going in every room. We have the room measured for how much space and what's appropriate for that particular room. And most vacuum shops have the same thing. When you go in there, they have air purifiers running, so they're contaminant-free, allergen-free. We're not worried about getting sick or viruses or allergens and that kind of thing. But once you leave that showroom and you go home, this stuff is flying around. So it really is a good idea to have an air purifier. And again, I'm not here to promote any particular kind. You can go to vacuumrepairshop.com, type in your zip code, it'll tell you where to go, and you can talk to a professional about what type of air purifier to get. But I'm going to clean this off. I'm going to use my vacuum to vacuum this off in the interest of time. You can also, with the Bonneco one, you can actually run it under the sink as well. So I'm going to take my vacuum just to clean this screen part off. Normally I would run it under the sink, but just for now, I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. And by the way, so you know, we happen to be a fan of 4 or 5 different vacuums, and the Cibo is one of them. And so this was the one that was kind of handy, so I just grabbed it. It's a Cibo X4, and you got the 3 little dusting brush, so we're cleaning it with the Cibo X4. Again, if I wasn't just here in front of the camera doing the video, I would probably take it to the sink and clean it off. And I'm going to go ahead and clean the cover too. So you want to get an air purifier doesn't require much maintenance, and most of them you're going to replace that HEPA filter about once a year. And most, a good HEPA filter, a good air purifier would have an indicator on there that would tell you when to replace it. Now again, I could probably just vacuum that off, but I've done that several times, so it's time to replace it. And I would say, people ask us how often should you replace the filter, and I would say again, maybe once, if you're doing it more often than once a year, then maybe you should have a couple more air purifiers. You should have the filter for more than once a year. But it depends. How clean do you want to be? Is it important to you? I mean, nobody would probably come into the the vac cave or the secret location or your house and say, haven't replaced the filter in a while, huh? That's not that kind of thing. It's a personal thing. I would suggest that you're going to feel a lot better if you have an air purifier running in your house, okay? And maybe it might be a mental thing, it may not be, but I suggest that it's peace of mind when this is running. You know, research shows that you're better off having an air purifier than not. And I'm going to, again, put this in a smaller area because this is a wide open space here. When I'm done replacing the filter, I'm going to put it in a smaller area, and I'm going to put the particle counter on there just to show how well it's working. So this one actually has a filter that's very easy to remove. You can pop it right out there, and then this one has a charcoal on the back, so it actually takes care of some odors as well. So you probably want something that would, if you're going to have an air purifier, not only for your health and for your lungs and to breathe better and the cleanliness of the home, but you might want to have one for the odors as well, something with the charcoal filter. So this is very easy to replace, so we're going to just discard this, get rid of this. I'm actually going to vacuum inside here too. You can't really see it too well, but there's a lot of dust in here. So, and here's what this side of the filter looks like. It's pretty dirty. I'll show you what a clean one looks like. So anyway. So again, I would normally take a damp cloth or a cleaning agent and clean that off. I'm not going to do it today because of the video that's going. But we believe in clean at Vacuum Repair Shop. So I'm going to replace the filter because we want to be as clean as possible. And I wasn't prepared for this, so it's you'll have to excuse me for a second, but this is being difficult to open. There we go. Okay. So that's just a cover for the filter. This is kind of neat. Actually, I didn't realize this, or I forgot about this, but when you get when you take the old filter out, instead of leaving it laying around, it's got an actual disposal thing here to dispose of. It comes in the filter with this Bonneco. I actually didn't realize that. So I didn't forget. I didn't actually realize that. And maybe that's something new. So yeah, about once a year you want to replace it. It actually gives you a bag to put it in so you're not getting dust and dirt back out into the air. So I didn't realize that, or I would have opened this earlier. And then here's your new filter. And if you hate to do this, but I'm going to take the old filter out again just so you can see what is on the filter. So that's what a new filter looks like, okay? And you saw the screen, what that looked like. And so, again, do they work? Does it make sense? There's the difference in color. This one is less than a year old. We're going to change it now. I'd say once a year. Maybe you can get a little longer out of it. I could vacuum it off, but yeah, where would that dirt be if it wasn't in this filter? You'd be breathing it in. So again, like a mask for your house, like it's, protecting the house. And no sense having your lungs be the last filter. It really is a good idea. It's peace of mind to have an air purifier in the house. So this has got a kind of a neat little tab here. So when you do put it in, just like this, the tab's hanging right here. So when it is time to replace it, I can just pull that off and replacing it. It does come with the bag. So so this is why we like this one. This is very easy to put back on the screen. There we go. It's on there. And here's your cover. And then we're back in business. Fan just kicked on. And so, yeah, so I'm going to bring this out into into a smaller area. Maybe I'll put it in the kitchen, which is maybe 300, 400, less than 500 square feet. This one's good for like 500 square feet. And then we're going to hook up the, what's called a particle meter next to it, so we can show you just how clean the air is in that room. So it's, again, It's peace of mind. I'm a numbers guy, so to believe in this kind of thing, I would think your local vac shop should have one of those so they can show you just how well it works. We sometimes actually do an in-home demonstration too, just to show people that what it was like before the air purifier, what it was like after the air purifier was running for an hour. So I'm going to go run this in a different room, and we're going to put the particle counter next to it and explain what the particle counter does and just how well it's working and just how well the machine is. So again, not here to pitch any particular air purifier. I think they're a great idea, but I really think you should go to your local vacuum shop and talk to about it. If you're concerned, if you have a vacuum that has a HEPA filter because you're concerned with the air that comes out of it, you want the air to be clean coming out of that vacuum, well then you should be concerned when the vacuum's put away. You should have an air purifier for your house or for some particular rooms. Maybe not the whole house, but at least maybe the bedroom where you're sleeping, that kind of thing. We highly recommend it. So again, visit your local vacuum shop. Go to vacuumrepairshop.com. You can put your zip code in, and you'll be sure to deal with a professional who can, ask you some questions, find out what your needs are, and then match it up with what they have or what they think is best for you. If you can't do that, if you don't have a shop local to you, feel free to call us on our 1-800 number. It's 1-800-263-5425. That's 1-800-263-5425. Or just go to vacuumrepairshop.com and find the local vacuum shop near you so you can have a good, clean, healthy home.